Josh.
I'm Grace. Did you just move here?
Yeah.
Cool.
Before Nexium 24-Hour, Anna could only imagine a comfortable night's sleep without frequent heartburn waking her up. Now, that dream is her reality. Nexium 24-Hour stops acid before it starts for all-day, all-night protection. Can you imagine 24 hours without heartburn?
Join us tomorrow. We got And Just Like That tea from Mario Cantone.
I got a big mouth.
Happening now.
Bitterly cold weather arrives Thursday with the possibility for ice. Winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings are in place, and I'll tell you what that means for you.
As we approach the year anniversary of the February freeze, plenty of people worrying about what's going to happen with power. CPS Energy shows us some of the improvements they've made to better withstand winter weather.
And why those who are suffering or recovering from COVID-19 could be at extra risk when it comes to trying to stay warm during this cold weather. The News at 5 starts right now. And first at 5, it has been almost a year exactly since extended freezing temperatures threw the energy grid into chaos for several days. And as another cold front approaches, we want to point out we are not expecting anything like that this time around.
And thankful for that.
Yeah.
But CPS Energy wants to reassure customers that they have made the necessary improvements. Garrett Berger toured the CPS Energy Bronick site to see how they have made it more winter ready.
Every time temperatures have dropped this winter, bad memories have risen. Last year's February freeze, hard to forget.
I know that our community is, has a certain amount of post-traumatic stress over the winter event.
Power plants across Texas, not meant to withstand the cold, were thrown offline last year, just when they were needed most, including some of the natural gas power at CPS Energy's Bronick site.
Actually, the AVR unit went offline a couple of times because of issues we've experienced.
Well, they've since taken more precautions with winterization, and CPS is confident it won't happen again at Bronick.
Yes, I do feel comfortable that Bronick will stay open.
And it's not only Bronick that's been upgraded.
I think we've put the work in that we need to do, and we're prepared.
In all, CPS has spent about $2 million on better winterizing its plants. There's more temporary enclosures, more insulation, more heaters, more radiant heating on pipes. Its interim president and CEO says they've done everything in their power to ensure they're ready.
I don't want our community to be fearful that CPS Energy is not doing everything that we can to be prepared.
Garza said all of their power plants are online and ready to go in the days ahead.
Garza did say that there are some reasons you may not have power coming up. You could also have, down lines. Trees are a common cause of that. And while CPS Energy is not expecting to have to do those forced rolling outages like it had to do with the February freeze last year, it does say if it does need to do them in the future, you can expect that you'd only have power off for 15 minutes due to some changes they've made to their system. Live at Bronick Lake, I'm Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Garrett. So when will the temperature start dropping?
Yeah, let's check in with meteorologist Sarah Spivey for a first look at what to expect tonight. Sarah.
Ursula and Steve, the temperature is actually dropping right now because the cold front moved through, but we won't be dealing with freezing temperatures until early tomorrow morning in San Antonio. Take a look at how much of the state of Texas is either under a winter storm warning or a winter weather advisory. By far, Dallas-Fort Worth is going to be the biggest metroplex that's going to be affected by this ice and sleet. But even here in the KSAT 12 viewing area, we are under winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories. I'm going to step off for a second just so you can see this whole map. Up in those pink counties, that is a winter storm warning. Goes into effect at midnight tonight through Thursday at 9 p.m. In those areas, ice accumulations of up to 1/10 to 1/4 are possible, and that would cause some very hazardous road conditions. In San Antonio, in Bexar County, as you can see, we're under a winter weather advisory from Thursday 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. We expect ice accumulation as a glaze on bridges and overpasses especially, and wind chills are going to be bitterly cold. On the radar right now, we actually do have some rain in Seguin, but I don't want anybody to worry. This is not going to become ice. Again, our timeline for ice in San Antonio tomorrow is early in the morning from 7 a.m. all the way into the early afternoon. That's a long period of time. We're going to be below freezing with the potential for light freezing rain and sleet. I'll give you a detailed look at the futurecast and talk about what it's going to look like in the Hill Country tonight and tomorrow, and of course here in the Alamo City.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Now, while the freeze warning comes, we have a side note. It won't be as bad as last year, and people aren't taking any chances. Shoppers have spent the day stocking up on the essentials, everything from faucet covers to all the fixings for hot, steamy bowls of caldo. At La Fiesta supermarket on Blanco, the assistant manager told us that his biggest sellers were beef shanks, vegetables, and chicken to make homemade soup, along with eggs, milk, and bread. The manager at the Home Depot on Bandera Road says people are flocking to those faucet covers and the pipe insulation.
A lot of people were more prepared than last year. Last year, they weren't prepared. They were coming at the last minute.
The sales were like double than they normally are. Let's put it that way. That's how good it is.
The day isn't over yet, so they say there's still time to get what you need, although they both say that they plan to open the rest of the week. Coming up at 6, we're going to hear from some of the shoppers who are stocking up.
And despite CPS Energy assuring it is well equipped to handle the freeze, local leaders want to make sure everyone is prepared. District 4 Councilwoman Adriana Rocha Garcia actually spent the morning handing out winter preparedness guides on how to prep their homes for the freezing temperatures, heating safety, and tips on what to do in case of an emergency.
So last year, my district was greatly impacted, and it was a lot of the after. And so the after effect, I am going to see this as a test for CPS Energy. That's the way that I see it. And so this is the first major test, and I'm hoping that they'll pass it.
Part of the reason that Rocha Garcia was going door to door today, she says, because a lot of people in her district don't have access to the internet, and the goal is to make sure everyone is prepared for tonight. And taking a look at school closures so far, yes, we have some. Northside ISD, Northeast ISD, Southwest ISD, Harlandale ISD, South San ISD, Medina Valley ISD, San Antonio Christian Schools, Edgewood ISD, Lakey ISD, Bernie ISD, Kerrville ISD, Comfort ISD, Harper ISD, Hunt ISD, Bandera ISD, Divide ISD, Ingram ISD, and Seguin ISD have all canceled classes for tomorrow. Brackett ISD will have a delayed start at 11 a.m. tomorrow.
Meantime, Luling ISD, Blanco ISD, San Marcos CISD, and Texas State University are all planning to close tomorrow and on Friday. Classes at Texas A&M University at San Antonio and UTSA will all be virtual tomorrow. Most Alamo College's classes will be virtual on Thursday and on Friday. And we have a reminder about several warming centers that are opening up in Bexar County tonight. They're listed right there. They're on your screen right now. They are on Talley Road, Bulverde Road, Babcock Road in Leon Valley and in China Grove. And they're going to be open through Sunday. You can find this information at KSAT.com.
And if you need a heater for your home, there's a free drive-through distribution happening right now. It's at 5309 Wurzbach Road, Suite 1007. That's in Leon Valley. It's going on until 7 o'clock or while supplies last. It's being held by State Representative Ray Lopez of House District 125. And as we check traffic out there right now, 54 degrees. And like Sarah said, there might be some rain in the area, but that's not anything to be concerned about, at least right now, because we're still in the 50s.
And you might have seen these guys out there, the TxDOT Hero trucks out pre-treating our bridges and overpasses with brine. That is to help reduce freezing issues tonight. We're keeping an eye on the roads as those temperatures start to move closer to freezing.
Two other news at 5. There was a loud bang, then a fire, and now San Antonio fire investigators trying to figure out what caused it. The 2-alarm fire broke out at a mixed-use commercial building on Loop 410 in Starcrest. That was about 10:45 this morning. Smoke could actually be seen and smelled for miles. Fire Chief Charles Hood says the design of the building made putting the fire out more difficult than usual.
You can see it's a tile roof. We don't have a lot of tile roofs in San Antonio. That's more of a southwestern roof, and so tile's very heavy. It's going to limit the amount of time you can be inside of a structure, but the volume of fire was so heavy that we had to back out and fight it defensively.
No one was hurt. The cause is being determined.
Back to the weather. As we head into this cold snap, we have a warning for those who recently recovered from COVID, especially if you are still experiencing a loss of smell. The family who lived inside a home in Alfred, this home recovering from COVID, could not smell the smoke that nearly trapped them inside. Doctors now warning that if you have lost your sense of smell due to the virus, you have limited ability to detect not only fire but gas leaks too. They are recommending that you double check all your alarms, particularly if you're going to be using a space heater or your fireplace for heat.
You have to make sure that your fire alarms are working, and that because you may not be able to smell in a dangerous situation. The same thing goes for what type of work are you doing? What's the environment of the work that you're in?
And that goes for CO2 detectors. If your home does not have a smoke detector, no worries. You can get a free one right now. All you have to do is call 911, rather 211 with the San Antonio Fire Department.
Taking a look at local COVID-19 numbers right now. As of today, Metro Health reporting 2,777 new cases, 15 more deaths. 1,156 COVID patients are in the hospital. 277 are in the intensive care unit. 133 are on ventilators. Now, to boost or not to boost, that's actually a question a lot of parents might still be asking. Dr. Courtney Smith with Children's Hospital of San Antonio Primary Care says over the last few months, kids have been coming in with colds, the flu, and of course, COVID. She says those who are 12 and older are eligible for boosters, and parents should not wait.
Even if they've had COVID, we're still recommending that they get that booster or get that COVID vaccine, because it does add some extra protection. We don't know how long natural immunity is going to last after that Omicron variant. And so we want to make sure kids are protected as best they can.
The doctor encourages parents to reach out to their child's pediatrician with any questions that they may have.
If you are planning to buy a car and planning on getting rid of your old one, you're going to want to wipe it clean, not just with polish either. We're talking about all that data stored in the computers. What to make sure you delete before you sell it.
If you've recovered from the Delta variant and then got Omicron, are you considered immune? Do you still need the vaccine? A lot we're working on for the News at 6. Those are some questions many of our viewers have been asking, and we're talking to Dr. Jason Bowling from UT Health San Antonio about this topic and what you need to know. Plus, it's the story on everyone's mind right now. What will tomorrow's commute be like with a wintry mix heading our way? TxDOT has some tips on how you can get the safest drive during the cold snap. We'll explain that and much more tonight on the News at 6.
And speaking of cars, new at 5, selling your computer on wheels. We're talking about your car. And if you're about to sell it, you need to do pretty much the same thing that you do when you get rid of a computer. Otherwise, your private data could end up in someone else's driveway. 12 Winterizing Marilyn Morris on how to wipe your car clean.
Before you sell or trade in your car, you need to clean it up like Mike Trapasso did.
So we used a diaper box and got all of our stuff out of the car. Got it like pseudo detailed. We just got the works at a car wash.
But before handing over the keys, he'll also want to clean the car's internal computer.
Kind of like a phone, as you use the car, it's logging data on what you do, the features you access, and it logs addresses you've been to. And then more recently, there's even features like Wi-Fi hotspot, where you log in and all these different connected features that you have to remember to log out of or disable when you're done with the car.
He also suggests you delete Bluetooth connections and contacts.
And then you can do the same thing within your phone. Make sure you go in there and delete the pairing or the association of the phone with the car.
And don't forget to take your garage door opener too. If you use a built-in system like HomeLink for your garage door, be sure to reset it. If you have apps on your phone that let you connect to your car, log out. They could store driver data and destinations. Many newer cars do have an option to return the onboard computer to factory settings, which will wipe out all personal settings. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
All right, obviously we've been watching the weather outside. It's gray, not too cold yet, but that cold isn't that far away.
Oh, yeah, and temperatures have been dropping, Steve, because the cold front has moved through San Antonio. Now, as you look outside, what you'll see is that there are some areas of rain out there right now, but I don't want anybody to worry. Tonight, we are not expecting any ice in San Antonio. Tomorrow, though, ice in some form is likely around the Alamo City. All right, let's get down to business and talk about things out there right now. It's 53 degrees. We have seen some rain. That temperature has fallen more than 10 degrees. Look at the winds from the north at 20. That front has moved through. Here's a wider view of our entire viewing area. It's already in the 40s in Kerrville and in the 30s in Rock Springs, 80 in Cotulla. But look at the power of this cold front. It's in the teens in Amarillo. That is a huge temperature difference across the state of Texas. Now also behind this front, we've got some precipitation. So in the cold air, we're seeing snow in the Panhandle, ice up near Dallas, Fort Worth and down to San Angelo, and a cold rain closer to San Antonio. This entire system is going to shift south, so we're going to see a changeover from rain to freezing rain tomorrow in San Antonio at some point. I want to take you through the futurecast so that way you can be prepared. Tonight, again, just a cold rain in San Antonio. Even in the overnight hours, we're really not expecting any ice in San Antonio, just cold rain. However, as you can see, ice is likely in the form of freezing rain overnight tonight for Kerrville, Lakey, Rock Springs, Fredericksburg, Junction, and even into Blanco County. And then watch as we head close to sunrise tomorrow, right before the morning commute. That freezing line dips down into northern Bexar County. We're going to start to see a changeover to freezing rain in northern Bexar County and also areas to the north and to the east along I-35, so including New Braunfels, early tomorrow morning, shortly before sunrise. But if you live in southern Bexar County during the morning, it's really just going to be a cold rain in the early morning hours. Then, as we move into the mid-morning hours, that ice should end in parts of the hill country, but notice that everyone in San Antonio should see at least a changeover to freezing rain, if not sleet, during the mid-morning hours tomorrow and into even the early afternoon. This includes New Braunfels and Seguin. And then as we head into the afternoon hours, that'll all be off to the east, impacting more of the Houston area by Thursday evening. So what kind of impacts could we see from this ice that's going to be heading our way? Around Highway 90 and to the south, minor icing impacts, but north of 1604, we're likely going to see anywhere from 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch of ice for areas in that northern 1604 area. So that includes Stone Oak, Leon Springs, Bernie, up toward Kerrville, Canyon Lake, and New Braunfels. Those areas could get some ice accumulations that would make trees sag and potentially cause issues on side roads as well as bridges and overpasses. However, I want to put your mind at ease. Should you travel on Thursday in the hill country? No, stay home. It's not going to be safe to travel, so don't even chance it. Now in San Antonio tomorrow, I would suggest staying home, but if you absolutely have to travel, be very careful on bridges and overpasses because, again, we're expecting maybe up to 1/10 of an inch of ice in San Antonio. Well, what about Friday? The morning should be okay, but there could still be a light glazing of ice in the hill country on bridges and overpasses, but then by midday, you'll be fine to travel. And that's exactly the same in San Antonio, too. Just be cautious early on Friday. There could be some lingering ice issues on bridges and overpasses in the morning, but by the evening it should be okay. Next, let's talk about temperatures. It's going to be bitterly cold. That front has moved through. By tomorrow morning, we'll be near freezing at 7 a.m. with wind chills in the low 20s. Then throughout the day tomorrow, that temperature is going to fall so that by Friday morning, we're going to be in the low 20s with wind chills in the single digits because of these winds from the north, gusting up to 35 miles per hour. This is going to be an extended time of freeze, not nearly as bad as last year, but up to 24 to 30 hours in San Antonio. So remember those 4 Ps, pets, plants, people, and pipes. Make sure those exterior pipes are wrapped because we're going to be in a freeze for about 18 to 36 hours. Thankfully, we see things clear on Friday, and after that cold start Saturday in the 20s, we'll be seeing sunshine and highs in the 40s and 50s.
Got to bring out the polar gear for this. Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right.
Way to go, Washington football team. Yeah, it was an extensive search. They looked at San Antonio.
How far did you have to go to come up with that name?
Come on.
Commanders. Sound familiar? It should. It was just right here in San Antonio. And now it's the Washington Commanders in our nation's capital. When we come back, more about that announcement today. And is this the worst loss of the season for the Spurs? We say yes. Coming up.
Today's a big day for our team, our fans, a day in which we embark on a new chapter as the Washington Commanders.
The Washington football team reveals its new name that is very familiar to all of us here in San Antonio in Big Board Sports.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
After 2 seasons of just being known as the Washington football team, the NFL franchise released their new name this morning as the Washington Commanders. It was said to be a long process to reach this conclusion after not being able to secure the rights to the Washington Red Tails, which would have been a salute to the Tuskegee Airmen. But Commanders also happens to be the name of San Antonio's team in the Alliance of American Football, which was short-lived for only 1 season in 2019. In fact, here's a look at the comparison between those 2 teams after Washington released their uniforms today. Was a salute to the military in San Antonio at the time, and now the same in our nation's capital.
I like the name Commanders. It just has a ring to it. It has a sense of strength to it. It has a sense of authority to it. And that's who we are going to become, and that's who we are going to be. And that's why this franchise is so special to me.
All right, there's no word on if Washington Commanders paid anyone any money for the rights to the Commanders' name after the AAF filed for bankruptcy in April of 2019. This will go down as the worst loss of the season for the San Antonio Spurs after they blew a chance to beat the shorthanded Warriors at home, ranked second in the NBA standings. No Steph Curry, no Klay Thompson, no Draymond Green, no Andre Iguodala, no Andrew Wiggins on the second game of back-to-back. Still, the Spurs managed to blow as much as a 17-point lead as DeJounte Murray led the team with 27 points, 9 assists, and 9 rebounds. 1 assist and 1 rebound shy of breaking the team's all-time triple-double record. In fact, Murray had the basket that put the Spurs up by 1 with 40 seconds left, but Jordan Poole had 31 points, including the go-ahead three-pointer to lift the Warriors to an upset 124-120.
Yeah, it's frustrating because it's always like right there. We were just talking about this a while ago, the right there phrase. And I mean, how many times you want to get up here, or any player get up here and just be like, oh, we're right there. It's frustrating because we do fight hard from beginning to end. It's just that execution, that discipline. Trying to get over that hump and win basketball games.
All right, they're going to have the challenge tomorrow. They're now the number 2 team in the Eastern Conference, Miami. This is the makeup game, and that will take place tomorrow at 7:30. And coming up at 6, National Signing Day, where all our high school athletes headed for college. So let us know.
All right. Thank you, Greg.
We'll be right back.
All right, we've learned of a few more school closures for tomorrow. East Central, Judson, Alamo Heights, and San Antonio ISD are canceling classes.
Also, Northside, Northeast, Southwest, Harlandale, Edgewood ISDs, as well as a number of surrounding districts are canceling class tomorrow as well. And we have everything listed right there for you on KSAT.com.
Yeah, that is not the complete list. We have the complete list on KSAT.com. Sarah.
And ice impacts will be greatest in the counties that you see here in pink tomorrow. But even in San Antonio, we are expecting at least a glaze on bridges and overpasses. Try to stay home tomorrow if you can and stay warm because temperatures are going to be in the low 20s Friday and Saturday mornings.
Thanks, Sarah. And thank you for watching the News at 5.
We'll see you back here at 6. World News is next.